Please go ahead.
Welcome everyone, and thanks to the SUG Pune for having us, for sharing our knowledge about the Sitecore marketing automation and related technologies. We choose today's topic because we know many of the Sitecore customers have bought the Sitecore but not truly utilizing the full potential of the Sitecore. And we have seen like they are utilizing the multiple platforms for uh, doing their content management, for their marketing, for their campaigns, right, for analytics. But as we know, like, the Sitecore has like all-in-one platform that delivers the all the solution in one platform. So today we'll try to help you out. Like if you are utilizing any other platform for your marketing automation campaigns, how you could like switch to Sitecore using our five-step approach, and that Raman will detail it down the each step in detail as well. I think the Rohan has already kind of introduced it, but just a correction, I'm not a technology MVP, I'm a strategy MVP from last couple of years. So I'm a director practice head for digital and customer experience solution at Aspire Infolabs, right? Working in this content management space from last 17, 18 years now, right? Had certification in Sitecore, Azure, and multiple other platforms. I think here are my social media platforms, and always be in touch with us or with me. Like if you want to know anything about me or about our company or about Sitecore. Over to you, Raman.
Thanks, Vikas. Hi all, good morning, and many thanks for joining us for this session on Switch to Sitecore Marketing Automation. As Vikas told that in this session, we will discuss what are the steps involved to migrate Sitecore very on marketing automation platform. So we will discuss out all the strategy and key steps that are involved. But before starting with this session, first a little about me. I'm Raman Gupta, working as a technical lead engineer at Aspire Infolabs in India. I am Sitecore and Azure certified developer. In my role, I work closely with our global marketing stakeholders to gather the business requirement, convert those requirements into technical solution, and architect those solutions. So, having 7+ years of site experience in Sitecore, I have been involved in more than 20 Sitecore implementation for the clients. Apart from my professional work, I like to spend time writing some technical blogs, helping Sitecore community members on Slack and Stack Exchange. I have been speaker at various SUGs and was one of the speaker at Sitecore Virtual Developer Day 2021. And you can connect with me on LinkedIn and Twitter. So yeah, thank you. So Vikas, over
Yep.
to you.
Yep. Next slide. Right. As you know, the today's session is about switching to Sitecore marketing automation campaign application. What I just want to brief you, like we are expecting, like you already have little small understanding about your Sitecore marketing application, like the EXM, list manager, or the automation. Some familiarity with Sitecore customization, especially towards the X Connect, right? If you are not, maybe you can go through some of the samples or the other webinars or the we have conducted about custom facets in XConnect, custom action in Sitecore marketing automation, and the session about the marketing automation platform in detail. Right, so today is all about switching towards the Sitecore marketing automation. But if you want to know the basics of all these things, so we have already conducted those webinars by us or by some other. So today we'll start with simple use case, like what you could do with Sitecore marketing automation, why to switch from other platform to Sitecore marketing automation, the 5 steps approach. This is very important to see like what all required before you consider your decision to use Sitecore or not to use the Sitecore. And then Raman will be talking about the challenges that you might incur during the migration, right, with his live experience, right, and the architecture and the solution, code walkthrough of the facets, rules, custom action that may be required while migrating, right, and one important other aspect is infrastructure and deployment of the customization in marketing automation. And as probably most of you know, Sitecore has acquired another platform, is a headless API first platform for the campaign, the Moosend. We'll give the sneak peek of the Sitecore plus Moosend, and we'll see in which condition I think we should go with Sitecore DXP marketing automation, or where we should use the Moosend. Right. So let's not waste much time and start with some the use cases. Uh, the basic use case could be like a promotion of your events and the webinars. Like we have promoted this, you might have to send some emails or some other communication, text, WhatsApp messages. We could use the Sitecore marketing automation for promotion, for completion of the customer journey. As we know, the customer journey doesn't end up on the one channel like the web. It might be on multiple channels like the email or social media and all these things. So you can kind of cover all the channels using the Sitecore marketing automation. Sitecore marketing automation also helps in personalization. It also helps to send the proactive and the contextual communication to our users based on some of the actions that they have taken onto our website. Right? And we can profile our contacts as well using Sitecore marketing automation, because you can simply add a profile to a user based on certain action. Like if somebody has watched a video for 10 minutes of a particular type on our website, we can profile a user to a particular type. So that's can automatically be done using marketing automation. Sitecore has a concept of engagement value. So we can play with the engagement value to nurture and qualify our leads that are coming on our multiple channel. We can send the communication, not only like the email, but the text messages or the app notifications or the WhatsApp. So we have created kind of an extension that Raman will talk about, like how could you can easily kind of convert your Sitecore marketing automation with multi-channel communication. And Sitecore marketing automation can help you to add or remove contacts from the marketing list. So it has a default action available to us, or it can help you to enroll your contacts from one campaign to another campaign, or for any particular campaign. You can enroll your contact as well in the campaigns. Or it helps you to send the repeated or the reminder communications with time gap, let's say after 2 days of certain actions, or every after 7 days. So that could be like some of the things that we may want to do with Sitecore marketing automation. Next. Right. So why to switch? There are multiple reasons, but I would say like a few of them are very, very important. Like first one is the personalized experience, right? So personalized experience, when we say personalized experience, is today in market is not only on one channel. Every user is expecting an omni-channel experience. They want to treat equally, like on multiple platforms, like the email or web. You should know what user has performed on our website, so that we can personalize their email communication, or what they have done on to our social media to personalize our web experience. So Sitecore marketing automation helps to kind of give us the omni-channel experience. It's a fully integrated platform. You don't have to really kind of integrate, but if you use some other tools, it's not easier to kind of provide the omni-channel experience using multi-channel. Another important aspect is the integrated customer data. As we know, the Sitecore has the experience database. You can have your customer data, including using some of the customer facets into the XDB for your web personalization, for email personalization, for social media communications, all at one place. And now Sitecore has also acquired a platform like a CDP, the box saver. That probably would be in future will replace XDB and will be kind of a one-stop shop for all the customer data. And we have seen multiple other platforms are quite complex to implement, but Sitecore is, as far as like, it's quite simple for basic use cases. Some of the features, Sitecore has some good features, especially for like your integrations features with your web. or with your XDB. So that's is not possible with multiple other platforms. And we have seen like many other companies are not providing the enough support. And I think Sitecore is good and providing support, and Sitecore has a good community as well. So we all kind there. And one other big benefit of utilizing the Sitecore marketing automation is the cost. Instead of incurring your cost on multiple platforms, you may utilize your leverage the cost that you have incurred for the Sitecore experience platform for in utilizing it for end-to-end your marketing as well. Cost is also one of the major reason that can compel you to switch to Sitecore marketing automation. Right. So this is like what all required for Sitecore marketing automation. Primary, like simply like three things, like the customer data, whom you want to send the information, their name, first name, last name, emails, right, and some other data. And the email templates, basically, we can start with simple with the emails, right? So what you want to send, the designs of the emails, the content of the emails that are required, and the automation plan, right? When to send and whom to send. So that's can be right from the automation plan, the marketing automation. So these three, if you have the basic three, you can just start with your Sitecore marketing automation. But we have seen like with actual requirement, customer data is not enough. You need to segment the data as well. Additionally, segment the data based on the customer type, based on the customer product, what they have bought, right? And with time, you will see you don't want to send the same email to everyone. You want or the same message to everyone. You have to use the personalization, and Sitecore and can also help you to utilize the AI capabilities as well for personalization scenarios that may be required in your marketing automation. And at times you'll see no, email is not enough. These days the users are on WhatsApp or on multiple other channels as well. So we may consider like using the multi-channel with our extension approach. And then again, the simple automation plan may not be enough, right? To send, whom to send, and when to send. We might need multiple triggers for multiple users, right? For me, my plan might start today. For you, it might be tomorrow, based on when I fulfill the requirement for sending or for having me into the campaign. So we can have like an active campaign where we can at a real time add or remove users from a campaign. So some such complex requirement could be. And the other requirement is every marketer loves to have a great reporting. So connecting the Sitecore with some of the BI tools may be required additionally to give the full insight what's going on with the marketing automation platform. So all these things are the factors that required for proper implementation or the complete implementation of the marketing automation. 5 steps approach. See, now we have seen like what is marketing automation and why to approach and all the elements. So based on this, like we have kind of figured out the approach. This approach is based on our experience with multiple customers that we have implemented the marketing automation in last few years. So we started with assessment and design. So we scope out what is required, what's new requirement of the customer, what's the technology that they are currently utilizing. And again, this marketing automation, as you know, is required to send the communication to the users. We need to take care of multiple government compliances as well. So again, managing like their subscriptions or their preferences are very, very important. The compliances are important to assess as well before to start. The next step is the feature mapping. Obviously, when you are switching, you need to see the gap analysis. What features the Sitecore has, what feature we were having over there. And based on the gap analysis, we need to figure out the required customization. What extra details? Obviously, the Sitecore is built for generic use case, not for a particular type of industry. So So you need to figure out your own data. For data, you need facets, right? And then you need to figure out your own rules for segmentation or for personalization, your emails or different actions, marketing automation actions or tokens to be added onto the emails, right? And you need to define your segmentation, personalization required for your marketing automation and the other integration. Integration is important because you need to migrate the data into the Sitecore for as well. As we define the integration, now it's time to kind of implement the integration first. So see, we have not started any creation of any email or any automation plan yet, because you do have to build up your base first, right? So solution development, we start with a separate solution for all the customization, and then develop all the custom features that are required, and build your custom facets and to the mapping in your XTB. And you can then import that kind of a data from, it could be from any FTP location, from cloud storage, or using the APIs directly from any system. Right, so Raman will talk about the approach for that as well, and the segmentations and personalization and A/B testing. So once you have like your customization done, your mapping done, now it's like the part you start creating your campaigns. So for campaign, first is to create the email designs, right? So Sitecore has an interface to create the EXM, then create your automation plan and configure your SMTP for emails, right? So email cloud is one of the option. Configure your reports. And again, for compliances, you need to manage properly the subscription and subscription preferences of the users as well. So Sitecore has a preference center as well to manage your preferences as well. The last thing is, when you have like created your campaign, the other important aspect is the infrastructure deployment. We have seen, once you heavily utilize, right? We have seen most of the customers are not really using, but if they are using, you might have to look into your infrastructure. It might need further tuning and the scaling, right? So Raman will talk about anyway what is required in infrastructure scaling, especially when you will be utilizing it for your heavy load, right? And a deployment. It will not be a simple deployment to your XM and the XP roles. This customization will require you to deploy on multiple other roles of the Sitecore as well. So we'll be providing the details as well anyway later about that. So deployment is also very, very important. And again, after that, you need to probably train your business marketing team to utilize it as a platform. So this 5-stop, if you follow these steps, we believe you wouldn't end up in any problem, and you can kind of pre-assume all the things and you can properly plan. And this planning may take the overall right from assessment up to the deployment stage, from depend upon your requirement, may take up to 5-6 weeks to 10-12 weeks, depend upon the level of the customization or things that may kind of required. So let's see all these kind of things bit in detail here. Over to you, Raman.
Thanks, Vikas, for telling us in detail why do marketers need to switch to Sitecore Marketing Automation platform. If I would sum up all the above pointers, I would say that personalization and automation are the pillars of today's marketing business. And being an advanced digital experience platform, Sitecore offers marketers and organization the marketing automation applications that can help us creating experience for customers and improve business revenues, because this is one of the most important point or perspective from marketing automation platform, because some of the marketing automation platform are not able to offer that kind of ROI to organizations or customers that the organizations require. So yeah, after all these compelling reasons, I'm sure that we all are convinced now that means organizations are able to switch to Sitecore Marketing Automation platform. But before this migration, there might be several questions like, how long does this migration take? So as Vikas told that there can be several factors like platform involved, program, campaigns that our marketing team wants to develop, complexity, and our team capabilities. So higher level of complexity, I believe that more challenging the migration can be. Minimum time typically we recommend is around 6 to 8 weeks from planning to implementation. Now, another question can be like, what are the challenges, typical challenges or risk we may encounter? So again, I think this also depends on your current systems, platform, and support. One of the risk is potential loss of contact data, activity data, or maybe like historical campaign data that may be occur between these two systems, because the data that was supported by one system might not be supported by the other. So maybe like depending on the platform you choose, you can choose to move forward without the historical data. So, as Vikas mentioned in his five-step approach, that the second step was feature mapping. So here, with this help of with the help of this architectural diagram, we will map out all the components of our project before we get lost into the further details of customization. So it is very important for us to see how our end product will look like after the migration to the Sitecore platform. So first of all, if you will see in this diagram that we need customer data, which will be comprising of all the facets information and any information that should be stored in XTB. So let's say for an insurance customer, this data will be having all the policies or quotes information, or for an e-commerce organization, this data might be having like purchase history or customer status, and along with the personal detail, obviously. So once we have all this required data related to our customer, we can store this on any of the cloud service like Azure Storage or SFTPs. We can store this in form of CSV. So now after storing this on cloud, we can import this CSV to Sitecore XDB, and here we can utilize Sitecore XConnect APIs. And the best thing about the XConnect APIs is that we need not to run this from any Sitecore hosted server. Any trusted client, they can leverage XConnect client API, and they can expose the rich capabilities uh, of XConnect or XDB to read, write, or search any contact and interaction data. So here, if you will see in this diagram that we'll develop a function which will utilize the XConnect APIs, and this will map data from CSV to XDB in form of facets. Now we can run this function on cloud as your function or as your Lambda AWS Lambda function. So once customer data is in XDB, Sitecore indexer will automatically run, and they will index all the contact data. Now after all the contact data has been indexed, we can create our a segmented list or segmentation rule, or we can even create our custom rules to filter out the contacts based on the business requirement. Then using Sitecore scheduler, so marketing automation scheduler, we can enroll this segmented list or contact list to the marketing automation campaign, and then marketing campaigns by default. So after enrolling this list, there are many custom actions that marketing automation provide, but nowadays marketers are not only communicating with customer through email, but they want to communicate via SMS or WhatsApp, or like through social media as well. So it is one of the key point that we should create some of these custom action and uh, integrate these custom action with our marketing automation platform. So on both of these platform, which is Sitecore in-house marketing automation platform, or be it the Moosend, if you will notice that the process is more or less same. Like we'll need to first import the data, then create some email campaigns, and then create our workflows sorry, and and import our customer data into those campaigns, so that the campaigns can trigger communication onto those or contacts. Even in Sitecore or Moosend, we can utilize their inbuilt email editor. So in Sitecore, it is EXM, where we can use the experience editor rendering or personalization engine to create our emails into the Sitecore. Now, if you will, by looking at this architectural diagram, you might now be aware like how data will be flowing inside core and what and where the customization will be required to create automation plan inside core. Now, in next few slides, we will see the development of the custom facets, segmentation rule, or marketing custom actions, or any utility that we have created to store data into XTB. So here, the custom facet. So as part of our third step of our migration, we need to develop customization and migrate data into Sitecore XDB. Now, in next few slides, I'll show you how to do all this customization in Sitecore. So if you look at my screen, we have stored some. So I hope you'll be able to see the list manager in Sitecore. So here, if you'll see on the screen, we have created some custom facet for this customer. So these are the, so let's say these are the customers for an organization, and organization wants to store some of these custom facet for for uh, for these contacts. So Sitecore provides by default provide lots of out of the box facet that can be used to store information inside XDB database. For example, like first name, last name, email. But for our implementation, assume that our organization wants to save customer status as well, like it can be like gold, silver, or platinum. It is based on their purchase history. So customer status is not provided out of the box in the Sitecore. So this is what the custom facet is. So basically, any information, any additional information that we want to store for any contact into our Sitecore XDB is the custom facet. But any information, be it default or custom, that is the facet for Sitecore XDB. Uh, the if we will come to the development part, so most of the development part we have already covered in our other webinars, and even you can find the code samples on my GitHub repo as Vikas has already shared in his earlier slide. So I will not go into the development part, but I'm just showing you the basic elements that might be required during this migration. So one of them is this custom facet. Now, if we'll come to the next point, this is after creating or after developing the required custom facet for an organization, we'll now need to import the data to the XDB. So there are a couple of ways to achieve this. Like first is using list manager. You can upload CSV or for batch upload, or maybe like import contacts one by one if there are less contacts. By default, you'll be able to store values in three facets like first name, last name, and email, as I showed you on the list manager screen. So, but if you want to store more values for the custom facet, you'll need to customize the list manager dashboard. Usually during migration, we have for our one of the customer, we have millions of contacts. So this method is usually not recommended because it can impact the CMS performance during the migration. Second way is data exchange framework, which is also a good way if you're migrating from older version of Sitecore to the newer version of Sitecore. But in our case, we are discussing out like from other platform, which is obviously not Sitecore to the Sitecore. So that this method will not work out in such case. Now, the third way is the XConnect API, and this is a recommended way during such kind of migration. And this is the way even we have pointed out during our architecture diagram, and we have developed a utility based on our XConnect API. So you can create this utility to read and write to the CSV from external system like SFTP or Azure Storage, and this way you can migrate uh, millions of contact in maybe few hours or maybe 1 or 2 days. So as I showed you this screen, so after developing the contact or creating the contact and developing this custom facet, this facet will be visible into the Sitecore once we will migrate that data through any way. So here we have migrated this from our bulk storage, like from XConnect API that has read the CSV, and here we have extended a little bit our list manager so that you can see what is the custom facet and how it is associated with our facets, or other facets like first name, last name, and email. So this will be visible only after you will run the import utility and your indexer will index your contacts. Now, when we have created custom facets, now it's time to filter out your contacts based on like the business rule. So let's again recall our hypothetical scenario where our organization whose customer information was saved in XTB and one of the custom facet was customer status. Now, let's say marketer wants to filter out those customer whose customer status is, let's say, gold or any silver or platinum, anything. So now for this, we need a custom rule in Sitecore List Manager to, if I'll show you that again in the List Manager, this is the rule that we have developed. Again, I'll say that there are few rules or not few, there are many rules actually in that Sitecore provides out of the box, which we can utilize, but there are certain conditions that marketer wants to filter out according to their custom facet they have built. Because let's say in future they wants to just communicate only those customer whose status is gold. So in such case, Sitecore is not specific to any industry or does not provide like specific rule. So we'll need to customize Sitecore rule engine to create such rule. So there are two categories of rule. One is the list manager rule. Another one is the marketing automation rule. After filtering out the contacts here in the list manager, marketer will enroll this list of customer again to the marketing automation that I'll show you just now. And then in the marketing automation as well. So let's go to the marketing automation dashboard. So if you will understand that we have created this custom rule based on this gold status, these contacts are filtered out. Now, let's say a marketer will, yeah, so this is our marketing automation workflow where we will design our automation workflows. So now marketer will enroll all of these contact through the scheduler or they can select a list. These contact will be enrolled here. And again, here on the custom listener, the marketing automation out of the box custom action, we can again provide the rule. Now, let's say we have a list whose with all the contact are having gold status, but now for to some of them we want to send email, to some of them we want to communicate differently. So this custom listener or this custom rule will help them filter out these customer based on the requirement ad hocly. So this segmented list we can schedule, like as soon as we will import any contact into the Sitecore, our contact will filter out. But then after enrolling this customer, these rule or custom listener or decision point will help out filter out those customer on runtime basis. So yeah, these are the again the custom rules which we have developed. Again, I'll not go into the development part because we already have covered this in earlier scenarios. And if you will, you're interested in like the how means the custom code for this, you can find on my GitHub repo. So yeah, this was another component that we'll need to require to migrate. First was custom facet. Second was custom rule for segmentation engine and marketing automation engine. Uh, yeah, so that's how this rule will look like into the Sitecore during development. So if you will see on the screen, we have given the wording, but again, all these things are like parameterized. For this, if customer marketer wants to like select gold, silver, or platinum status, they need not to create three rule for this. They can easily enter their any custom value, and this rule will automatically work for all of these things. Now, the fourth part or the other customization that we will need to do is to create custom action into marketing automation. So let me go back to the screen again. So before creating any new automation campaign, marketers needs to ensure that all the required conditions and actions are should be in place. There are several built-in activity type, but you can also create activity types based on your business requirement. Nevertheless, like every project is unique and developers are always there to help marketing team to create new custom action, and even I'll say that thanks to the open and developer friendly Sitecore architecture, that developers can easily create or deploy new condition and action with I think with very reasonable efforts. Sitecore has already documented all the steps how to create new action into the Sitecore. Again, I have already presented on this topic, especially like how to create a custom action during my virtual developer day. But after this presentation, even we have created a Sitecore module. You can easily install that module, and a new custom action will be developed or will be visible to your marketing automation plan. So here, if you will see, these all are the out of the box action except the send message to Azure queue. This is our custom action that we have prepared. And believe me, to install this, I didn't do any kind of development. I just install a Sitecore package that is present, that is I think available on my GitHub repo. And this action will be there or will be available into your toolbox. Now you can just easily you can write or tokenize your message. Once you will apply and once you will activate this message will be saved to your Azure queue. You just need to in your configuration, you just need to enter your storage queue uh, credentials. That's it. That's all you'll need to do. But other than that, it is as simple as that. Now, because the code source is like available to all, so you can easily look into the code source and customize this according to your need, because your marketer may need like send SMS, send WhatsApp functionality. So you can easily utilize Twilio or any other services in the market, and you can easily send this message, or you can utilize this custom action. Now, again, next part is once we have created or customized all of this component, next part is to create email communication. So for this, we already have this send email action in marketing automation plan. So this is available out of the box. The easy part is to select this message. We can easily select this message. The hard part, I would say, is to create a message before we can choose any specific email. So, but thanks to Sitecore EXM, we can easily create our email message into EXM. Once the message is created, we can drag that send email custom action here, and we can select the message. I will just briefly show you how the EXM will look like. Yeah, so this is one of my EXM. So I have just chosen out one of the default template that Sitecore provide for sending newsletters. So if you will see, everything is here based on our experience editor rendering engine, and utilizing the experience editor personalization engine, we can even personalize the message content. So let's say we want to send the common header and footer for everyone, but we want to send this content, means the unique content for those having gold status and for those who are having the silver status. So we can easily personalize this because this is built on a experience editor engine. So this is how we can do it. And after activating our message, we can attach this message to our Sitecore marketing automation. And once this message will be sent, we can easily see this report in the report panel. So here you can see like one message has been sent, how many has been opened, delivered, like all these things will be visible over here. Even we can customize that, but that is the topic for another day. Now, let's So next part is the automation campaign creation. Now, once we have all of these custom actions or custom facet, everything is ready to use. We can our marketers can easily drag and drop and these actions, you utilize all of these things to create marketing automation. So they can design an automation campaign that can implement your scenarios, and they can seamlessly make this specific action to take place when contact meet the specific condition that we can specify. So yeah, that already I have shown to you that how they can build out this campaign from Sitecore Marketing Automation platform. Now, once we have covered all of this step for our second and third approach, which was the feature mapping and the solution development, the last step was to for infrastructure and deployment. So for all of this custom development we have done for the XConnect and marketing automation, we need to make sure that the relevant DLLs configs are deployed to the correct role and services. So in this slide, I have mentioned where all these custom parts should be deployed. Also, while working on the production, where we have separate app services or servers for different XConnect role and the services like marketing automation and the XConnect search indexer services, we'll need to make sure that we are deploying our DLLs at the right place. Again, we'll need to make sure that we are scaling these services and our shard databases accordingly as per our contact data and the records we are having in our organization. Sitecore provides easy to use, like how we can easily horizontally or vertically scale our MA services or like XConnect search indexer services. So we can easily scale them up according to our need. So yeah, that's all from my side. I'll hand over to Vikas for the rest of the session.
Vikas, I think you're on mute.
Sorry, yeah, thanks. So now, as the Raman explained the different topics that I covered in our 5 steps approach that we have considered, like what all needs to be customized and how into it. So I have seen like many questions are come yes on towards the Moosend as well, and we were expecting yes. See, Sitecore already has the email experience manager, marketing automation, list manager, like the all campaign tools. These all come under the campaign tools. So the Sitecore was having, but they still kind of have acquired a company, Moosend, right? So let's see a sneak peek about the Moosend, and we'll cover it a bit in detail. The Moosends in probably in our next session somewhere next month. We are doing some funny customization integration onto this platform as well. So Moosend is like a SaaS-based marketing automation platform, as the world is moving towards more SaaS-based, headless, front-end side of things. So it's a kind of same, right? So it also has like provides all the features like creating simple landing pages for your campaign, email, newsletter, personalization, workflow, campaign management. So all these features are kind of pre-built into it. You can have different templates. A lot of templates are available over there, right? And you can create your own custom template easily. It has a small module for creating the lead generation forms as well. And as it's a SaaS-based platform, it's the API first integration. So a lot of APIs are available for further integration, and a lot many integrations are already available for Moosend platform. So let's see like when to use Moosend as well. See, why Moosend? Like it's very simple, user-friendly, and easily understandable kind of platform. Uh, they are already kind of the thousands of the marketers already using it, maybe more, right? In market, it's a pre kind of the known product for marketers, right? As Sitecore has now acquired it, Sitecore, I'm sure, must be building the connector as they have built for the content hub and all those things. So obviously, the one of the reason that we see to utilize the Sitecore for end-to-end journey is the integration, with the web platform, with the social platform. So that is very, very important to connect the end-to-end journey. And obviously, like Moosend has this Sitecore has usually required, maybe in few months, we'll see some sort of integration with Sitecore XM or Content Hub, like those sort of things with Moosend. It's a highly scalable. See, we have a kind of recommended Sitecore experience platform, but if you are in a space of like B2C where you do have a lot of volumes over a few millions, then the Sitecore experience platform campaign capabilities are not recommended. So if you have a very highly volume, that's why we mentioned Raman has given like it, you need to kind of scale your the infrastructure as well, and it sometimes may little hamper your content management work as well. So it's better to keep it separate for any high volume. But for B2B small scenarios, if you want a few emails, right, few thousand emails, or even in lakhs, it's okay. But but if you are like working with very high scale volume, it's not recommended. Then I think Moosend is very scalable for that. And again, as Moosend is a API first platform, so is easily extensible. A lot of integrations are already available, and we are also trying something into same, right? And in Sitecore also we have seen like many times the existing Sitecore customers are actually worrying about the user licenses as well. So obviously, if you use the Sitecore for marketing platform content management, you may require some extra user license as well. So Moosend it's separate. Obviously, Moosend had its own license policy for the number of emails you want to send, the plans and the users, but it will not hamper the Sitecore customers journey. Maybe Raman, if you can quickly bring the Moosends onto the screen as well, then we can just give it. See, we'll not go in today's detailed sessions, but we'll try to cover it next session. You see into the left-hand side, like it also has a dashboard like the EXM dashboard where you can figure it out all the reports. Campaigns, the next thing campaigns is like just an Sitecore EXM where you could create your own emails, right? The campaign that you want to do, right? And somehow it's not. I'm getting some tools, the WebEx tool that's not allowing me to see screen. Anyway, so we do have like the campaigns, then we do have the automation, like the marketing automation plan, right? Over here, it has the marketing list where you can create the automation plan, like the Sitecore marketing automation. It also has like the reports over here, which you can see, can download over there. And the integration again is a great feature for any SaaS headless based system that is required. So you can see it has an integration with the other CMS system, right, and some other platform as well that you could kind of utilize. You can import the contacts from Google, right? So it has lot many, and we are expecting like Sitecore must be building few, and we can also integrate similar with any other enterprise application as well with this tool. So obviously, right, this is the new way of working, right, in a headless SaaS-based platform. So maybe you may, if you are not really utilizing, I think it's best to consider like based on your usage, whether to go with your existing Sitecore XP infrastructure or go with the Moosend. So that's the decision I think that's required to take based on certain scenarios that we have kind of considered. I think that's what we try to cover. Yeah. Thank you. Hope the session was useful for you. Again, we have given our the social media details if you would like to connect us more. We are good to take the questions, Rohan. Thanks.
Yes, thanks, Vikas. And so I'll just narrate the question. We have around 10 questions. Some are already answered by Alex, I guess. So I'll start with the question. The first question, these marketing features are supported by Sitecore XP product and not by XM.
Yeah,
But is it worth to go with these marketing features by new customer as Sitecore is moving to SaaS-based solution where they don't have any clear support of XP on long run? However, we know that XM with Content Hub plus Age is available to use.
right. It's a very good question, and that's I'll try to cover a little bit anyway at the end. Yes, it's true, right? So Sitecore may not be doing a lot in future for Sitecore XP, and it's the part of the XP. Right? But if you have a simple use case, right, and it currently Moosend doesn't have the tight integration with Sitecore, right? And we didn't find that kind of integration that Sitecore has with the marketing and the CMS feature still not available. And we're expecting for your good for next few years. But for if you're talking about like 5 to 6 years, probably Sitecore will bring it, or anyway the path to move your existing marketing list to the Moosend. So all these wait for that integration until Sitecore comes up with these integration. We can continue to use it if you have already invested into the Sitecore experience platform. But it's not advisable to kind of buy if you don't have the Sitecore XP license now.
Thanks, Vikas. Second question is how easy it is to customize marketing automation feature from custom client requirement which not fit the default features provided by Sitecore Marketing Automation.
Raman has already covered like how you can customize different things. Uh, Here, we have given how to customize the data like the facets, the custom action, the custom rules for personalization, custom segmentation rules, right? And we have kind of created an extension. You can download it from our GitHub repository as well. That will allow you to easily add new actions by leveraging some of the cloud features. And we have given the source code as well if you want to utilize the any other cloud platform instead of the Azure for extension. I think it's easier. Anything you would like to add, Raman? Maybe your
Yeah, yeah, because you have already covered, but yeah, one thing that the Sitecore support package that we have created for custom action. So even you can maybe install that package and easily extend any of the custom requirement or custom action you want to create. You can refer to that code base, and you will find that that is far much easier than creating any custom action from scratch. So yeah.
Thanks, Raman. Thanks, Vikas. So the next question is, can we use Sitecore Marketing Campaign as an independent product if we are using different CMS like Episerver and WordPress, etc.?
Yeah, it can be used, but I think the great use of the Sitecore marketing campaign is its integration with the web platform to connect the end-to-end customer journey. So that's the recommended, but you can send the bulk email or some of the emails using the Sitecore marketing automation, but we don't advise you to integrate your Epi server or WordPress with Sitecore experience platform. That's not advisable.
Oh, thank you. Next question. Do we have any option in Sitecore EXM to render our email templates? If not, then can we integrate third-party tools like Litmus with our Sitecore EXM instance to serve the purpose? If you can put some light on integration with Litmus, would really be helpful.
I think there's no default integration with Litmus. As I know, I don't know much about Litmus. But it's a platform that can help you to build the HTML for your emails. I guess so. Sitecore EXM has a feature where you can directly copy and paste the email HTML. So you can build the HTML into the Litmus and can copy and paste into the your. You can create your EXM templates using the Litmus HTMLs.
Okay, thank you. The next question is, most of the email provider like SendGrid also provide AI-based reports like bounce email report, and we have the same report available in EXM as well. So if both the platform shows different analysis and the numbers in their report, which report should be preferred by the client?
Uh, we have also seen, right? So again, Sitecore is a server-based technology, and those things like work uh, differently. So reports is always, even you see the difference in Sitecore Analytics or the Google Analytics, it can be different as well, right? Usually, we do compare, and it's not something like we should consider. But if you're utilizing let's say any SendGrid to send the email, obviously their report may be more correct than the Sitecore, and for this report. But report is not just like how many sends, how many open, right? So report is like how many conversions. So those conversions, the marketers are not just looking for the numbers. The marketers are looking for the value reports that can only be generated from Sitecore by attaching different goals and by different attaching your engagement values of the customers with that. So that reports are a bit more important. That's why if you want to go with numbers, so maybe the some other party reports may be more accurate than Sitecore. But if you want to see the value will come from the Sitecore reports.
Thanks, Vikas. So the next question is, can we easily connect Sitecore EXM tool with AWS SNS service which support push notification, SMS, email, all in one?
Maybe Raman can cover with this with the extension method.
Yeah. So we can easily connect Sitecore marketing automation tool for sending like push notification, SMS, email. I think for one of our clients, we have already created a action to send the push notification on mobile. So yes, not the EXM, but we can easily extend Sitecore marketing automation to create new custom action to achieve all this functionality.
Thanks, Raman. So next two questions are already answered, but I'll still ask to get your inputs. Why has Sitecore acquired Moosend, even if they have their in-house Sitecore automation platform? And how will we know when to use Sitecore and when to use Moosend?
Yeah, we tried to cover it a little bit. See, Sitecore has acquired like 5, 6 different platforms, and the similarity you might have seen, all are the SaaS-based platform, all are the headless platform, right? And all are the API first platform. Even Content Hub was not having the those sort of APIs, but they have built the edge on top of the Content Hub. So that's the future, to move everything about the SaaS. Nobody would like to manage the infrastructure for the products. So that's the future that we see, and that's why the Sitecore also realizes that. And again, they want there may be like certain reasons. The Sitecore, the campaign platform was kind of the good to work with Sitecore content management as only because it was built within the experience platform. But the server side technologies are kind of dying and may die in next 3 to 5 years. So Sitecore realizes the future and has acquired the Moosend. And again, they are the reason when to use the Moosend that we have covered a little bit. And we will cover the detailed session about the Moosend in our next webinar.
Okay, thanks, Vikas. The next question is also answered, but I'll ask it again. So, does Sitecore support social message application like WhatsApp to deliver the marketing messages, or can we customize this channel or add other platform like Telegram or Signal?
This is maybe Raman.
Yeah. So again, I think the things that we have covered, we can easily customize our marketing automation platform. Out of the box, these features are not available to customize or to send the Telegram message or send SMS. Sitecore does not provide them by default, but we can easily create a new custom action. And in Moosend, we can easily integrate a plugin for SMS, for Telegram. We can integrate a new plugin and create new custom action. So yes, in both of them, we can easily customize those platforms.
Thanks, Raman. The next question is, there are many platforms which provide this functionality out of the box, whereas with Sitecore, we have to build everything as a custom option. Is it cost effective?
It's cost effective only if you utilize it to kind of to connect your customer journey. Then it give you the value when you connect the web personalization with your email or with your packet. Definitely, it's cost effective. But as I mentioned, like it's not a very scalable solution for B2C use case where But for B2B customers where you don't have much volumes, you want to target them properly, your customer from the marketing, then you can, and you don't want to kind of go on to many tools or many things. And if you have a small marketing team, yes, you can do most of the things and within the Sitecore as well. And with obviously it requires little customization, but we have already covered like how to customize those things, and we have simplified all the required customization, whether in EXM, marketing automation, list, segmentation, personalization, in many of our sessions.
Thanks, Vikas. So I'll take last two questions, okay? So those are pretty straightforward. So the second last question is, any important key features in comparison to Adobe Campaign to Sitecore EXM?
See, again, the Adobe campaign is a from the feature wise, it might have the more feature than the Sitecore, but because it's a standalone product for campaign. But Sitecore experience, the Sitecore campaign in experience platform is the integrated feature within your content management system, very tightly integrated with Sitecore. So feature wise, you may say the Adobe might have a good rich features, but again it's a bit complex. We have actually moved one of our customer, I don't want to name, right, from the Adobe to utilize the Sitecore XP, because they were not, again they were paying two costs, one to Adobe, one to Sitecore, right, and they were not able to utilize all the features that might may be available within campaign, and whatever they required was easily available into the Sitecore side of things. So again, as we mentioned, this is our approach to see the gap analysis between two platforms before you kind of think to switch. It might be cost is one of the reasons as well.
Thanks for the insights, Vikas. So the last question is, Moosend is free for using without support. Do you think Sitecore may take away the free subscription in future?
Probably, maybe not, because that's free is for very limited use case, right? It's for the kind of a trial, right? And most of the SaaS services or those services comes with some sort of the free plan as well. But that's for developers or for anyone to kind of try. But obviously, and its subscription is not very costly as well. So obviously, if you want to properly use it, better to take a kind of to start small and maybe plan big, that kind of thing. You may start with a small subscription fee.
Thanks, Vikas. So there are 2-3 questions remaining, so we can take it offline maybe, considering the time. So the question winners, I see Alex and Vinay. So please share your email IDs in the chat. So it's a time to choose the lucky winners. So Vikas and Raman, you can go one by one. The first, again, I'll just again say that you cannot select SUG India, Vinod Chavan, yourself, and now Alex and Vinay. So except that, you can select anyone from the participant list.
So we do have to select the question, right?
Question is done. We're considering the time we selected the question. Since you had mentioned some question were a good question, so we just took the names of those people asked the questions. So you can just go for the lucky winners. You can just go to the participant list. So Raman, I think you might need to stop sharing so you will be able to see the participant list clearly.
Okay.
Okay, so anybody from the participant list, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let me see. Who do I don't know? Maybe Pooja.
Okay. What? Raman?
Mahendra.
Mahendra. So Pooja and Mahendra, you are the lucky winners. So please share your email IDs in the chat. Vinod, please go ahead.
Yeah. So we'll do a thank you part. So first of all, we would like to thank each and everyone who is on the call. Thank you for sharing your valuable time with us. Secondly, we would like to thank our speakers, Raman and Vikas, for presenting a good knowledgeable session for all of us. Last but not least, we want to thank our partner Jet2 Travel Technologies for sponsoring this event. Winners will get their Amazon vouchers in 3 working days on their mail IDs. We have 2 more webinars planned in this month, so stay tuned. You can find more details on event page of SVG Pune website. So do follow us on social media channels. You can find us on Twitter, LinkedIn, and Facebook.